Hey y'all, my name is
My name is Celise. My name
is Ladacia
Jones Hatchets, DeChristanisha, Sasha Rael, Jones Polk,
Fuchsia Desiree Williams,
Sharona Shay,
and I am the little black girl with the big name.
And I'm a little black girl with the big name.
I'm the little black girl with the big name.
I'm the little black girl with the big name.
And I'm the little black girl with the big name.
Damn, Daisy J.
Can't even say thank you correctly. You so motherfucking fine.
Who is she?
Daisy motherfucking J.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Daisy J, and we're here with the Daisy J Show. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to everybody that's been liking, sharing, subscribing, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Well, we have a live female panel, and we're talking about little black girls with big names. So I have my girls with me. First of all, I'm going to go through and introduce everybody, but before I do want to let y'all know that this show is dedicated to my grandmother, Maxine Rivers. She is the reason why, like, my name is so important to me and all this. She never discouraged me about my name. So, without further ado, I got my girls with me, but I'm gonna go first. So, my name is Ladacia K-Trail Quinn-Shay Jones Hatchets. Yes, I still have my ex-husband name. Don't come for me right now. Now, we got my girl over here. Y'all see her on the Fire Friday session with me, my girl Celise. Go ahead and tell them who you are, boo.
I am Celise, and apparently I'm a little black girl with a big name. I've never looked at it as being a big name because it's very simple and it's phonetically correct. And I said it before, if you can read, you can say, my name. But yeah, that's who I am. So do you want to go ahead and just tell our story and kind of tell how we got
Go ahead and tell your story. Yeah, go ahead and tell your story.
I have sisters, and all of my sisters, my mom, before they got here, she was like, my mom always knew what she was having. This was before the sonograms. And she was like, I got a name, like Charlene Denise, because we're from Louisiana, so we didn't have a French influence. So Charlene Denise, Jacqueline Annette, and Chaussette Alexis, like she had it. So when I came, my mom was like, wow, I was ready to deliver you, and I really did not have a name for you at all. Like, I was like, I don't know what we're going to name her. This is I got nothing. And she was like, Celise, I was sitting there watching TV. It was in the 80s. And I'm not telling my age, but I'm telling my age. And she was like, I saw like storm clouds coming across the TV. And I was like, ooh, what's going to happen? And it was like, Celise, the quiet storm. She was like, boom, that is my daughter's name. She's like, Celise, because you were like a literal storm inside of me that no one could hear.
God.
And I have like come with that storm ever since I got here. So having a name like Celise, like I said, it's phonetically correct. I never looked at it as being huge, but it was just very crazy to me that a lot of the pushback and the static I got about my name was just people wanted to change it. What do you go by? I go by Celise. Well, what about Celeste? But that's not my name,
Right.
Or, don't you want to go by Renee? Yeah, and I did that a little bit when I was older. It was for a different reason, but it was like, that's not my name. And it was always very important to me, like if somebody got my name wrong, to just correct that issue immediately. Because for me, it's so much deeper being a black girl and being a black girl from the South. Like, you know how we all got here and they took our names.
Right.
And you know what I mean? And it was like, let me make it something suitable for me, that fits me, that makes me comfortable. And so that's something's just always very important off the rip. Like, I don't care who I come in contact with or what's going on. My name is Celise. What is your name? I really don't care. It's Celestis, Celesta, or Celia. Whatever's easiest for you is really not, that has nothing to do with me. I don't care. I need you to call me by my name. That's the first sign of respect for somebody, to call them by their names. So that is who I am. I am Celise, the quiet storm.
Yes. And just real quick, y'all, backstory. Celise is the reason why we doing this show. There was a little interruption a couple of months ago. And so I I hit
And
her
Ronnie,
up.
thank you, Ronnie, because I heard that
Yes.
Ronnie was like, no.
And then literally it was a collective. It was a collective. So I want to say that real quick before we move
Yes.
forward. This was like literally a Celeste and Ronnie and Daisy like collaboration together. Like, we
Absolutely.
gonna fix this, or we gonna talk about this, and we gonna talk about Ronnie too. So while we got her up here, Ronnie is my other Fire Session podcast friend. Y'all see her weekly with the Fire Session podcast. Go ahead and tell them who you are and representation of your name, friend.
Hey, my name is Sharon Lachey McGee, and I really don't think I have a big name. I just think people just get it wrong all the time. They forget the extra R, and it's always Sharon or Sharon. It's just always something crazy. But just like Felice, like I correct every time. I don't care. I'm petty. I don't care how long it takes for us to sit there. I'm correcting, and then like every time they say it wrong, no, Sharon. It's Sharon. And we can go back and forth like all day because you're gonna get it right. So my dad's name is Laron, and my mom was gonna name me Sharonda, but she said she didn't name me Sharonda because she was beefing with a girl named Sharonda.
Oh my God, Miss Monica, get it together. If you're watching, Miss Monica, no ma'am. No ma'am. You are a mess. But your name is big though, Rennie. Because it's too big for them to say it properly. Okay. So now I'm gonna bring it to my girl Nene. This is actually Ronnie's sister. Okay. And so you go ahead and let us know what's your name and the story behind it. Did we lose Nene?
Okay, my name is
Okay,
Shanice
there she go.
Nicole McGee, and I guess Miss Monica, she just with the names. Can you hear me?
I can't hear
It's
you.
like off and on.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, boo. Keep going. It's okay. We're going to come back to Nene. So last but not least, my cousin. Okay, this is my blood cousin. You know, people like, that's my play cousin. But no, this is my blood cousin. Before she tell y'all her whole name, I didn't know her name until like, I think we was like in middle school. And I think we went to a track meet or something. And they kept calling her the Christinisha. And I said, who is that? You know, they kept on. And then my uncle was like, that's your cousin. And I'm like, my cousin who? You know, that's not your real name. What? So, cousin, go ahead and tell them the name. Give them the 411.
Okay, hey y'all. So my full name is DeChristanisha Sasha Rael Jones Polk. And yes, like Daisy said, my whole life everybody just thought my name was Sasha because my first name was just so hard for people to pronounce and go by. And so what started it was my mom's womb, I was a boy all the way until I came out on the table and they was like, oh, wait a minute. This is not a boy, this is a girl. So my name was supposed to be Darabian, which is also, a big name for us.
Oh my God.
But so my mom was like, I don't know what to name her now. Like, I thought I was having a boy. It's a whole girl. So what do I do? So she said she didn't know whether she wanted to name me Chris or Kristen or Nisha. So she just threw it all together. She came up with the Christinisha. And when you look at it, I mean, it looks how it sounds. Like, people just stare and they act like it's so hard. I'm like, if you look at it, it says D, Kristen, and Nisha. It's so simple, but
absolutely
make it so much more than what it is. So I just really just go by Sasha. And then when I tell people that's part of my middle name, they're like, part? So I'm like, it's Sasha Rael.
Right.
But again, it's so much that I break it down for people.
Right.
But when everybody finds it out that that's my name, they're like, wow. And they always say, well, what's the backstory on that? And so that's what I always have to go through. And when I found out Daisy's name was long like mine, I was like, okay, this is a Jones like, yes. Like,
Oh my God.
But I
The
just
nerve.
beautiful different
That's
names.
funny.
I love different
The
names.
nerve of our parents, their blood relatives, the nerve
That's
of your
hilarious.
daddy and my mama. But I'm gonna say though, as far as Ladacia is concerned, I don't know any other Ladacias. I know Ladacias and all of that, but I've never met a Ladacia before. And so your aunt, my mother, she's such a wonderful woman. She has a unique name too. My mom is a little black girl with a big name as well. Her name is LaQuisa. I don't know any other LaQuisas,
Not a one.
or whatever, LaQuishas and LaQuintas, but not LaQuisa. But she made sure me and my sister were super unique to the point to where even my sister, who was supposed to be on the panel tonight, but whatever, her name is Ray Tiqua. And so she kept that theme going. I was like, girl, you gave us these names, you know. But when I was like going through the panel and making the video and I heard our names, I kind of like teared up like, this is powerful. Wait a minute. This is beyond what I thought it was going to be. This is way bigger, you know, than just, you know, Crystals and Keisha's. Like, this is a big ass deal, because in the workplace it was hard for me to establish myself. They really wanted me to call myself something else. And what I'm proud of is that the company that I work for now, shout out to them, been with them almost 5 years, praise God, they've been calling me Ladacia. I've never been anything else. They've never shortened my name. They've never asked me to be Day, Daisy, Daisy J, you know, even though Daisy J is like my little radio name. They never asked me to be anything else. So shout out to y'all in corporate America that have been doing right by us and letting us be who we are. And we got my girl back. So you ready, Nene? We lost her again. Okay. So anyway, Sasha, how hard was it for you in school coming up, trying to get teachers to properly say your name?
Oh my God. It was a struggle. And you know how when you're sitting in class and like on the first day you're going through the road and then the teacher stops and just stares and you like, I know that's me because the way you're looking and they could never get it right.
They would pause.
So my whole life at school, I had to go by Sasha because my teacher, I was like, it's not that hard. Christinisha, look at it. Just say it. It's simple. And I would say maybe one of my teachers, and it was my Spanish teacher, he's the only teacher that called me the Christinisha. Like everybody else was just like, is there anything shorter? Like, no, but I guess I'll go by my middle name. Part of my middle name.
God. Like, that's crazy that you said that though, because the Hispanic community, shout out to y'all. I just went to the dentist real quick before I go to Solis. I just went to the dentist this past weekend and the lady was like, Ladacia? And I was like, yes, you know, because I knew they was going to butcher my name because that's what usually happens when you have a unique name. But she said it properly. They be on it. Shout out to y'all. Solis, same question, boo. What was it like in school?
I got the same thing. It was funny. I like I said, I never looked at my name as being like, my name is Solis. It's just, I don't feel like it's that big a deal, but I guess what it is, it's unique. And because not everybody has the name Solis, it's very easy. I knew when they would get Celeste, I'm like, it's Solis. Like I would just, before they even, my name is Solis. It's Solis. It's Solis, you know, and I would immediately get oh, Solis is hard. What about Celeste? But you just said it.
Right.
But I heard you just said it. And I always had, one of the first experiences that I really remember, it was not till I got to junior high school and I went to Apollo Junior High. Shout out to Coach Mark Malcolm, because he's still one of the most excellent educators in the world that I have ever encountered in my life. And he said my name and he said it right. And he was like, oh, Solis. Well, that's easy. And I mean, this white man, I was like, yeah, that's right. And he was like, oh, that's a beautiful name. And I'm like, yeah, I think so too. Thank you. You know, so
he got you off guard.
I thought it was cool that I didn't have the everyday name that you look at a Black girl and you expect her to have, especially during that time. We had a lot of Tamikas. We had a lot of Lakeishas. We had, I mean, that's what we had. It was very common. And not that there's anything, my sister Keisha, that's just like, that was just that was just one of the names. That's my girl. That's my cousin's sister. We found out we were related later, and I was calling her my cousin's sister because we were so close. But I mean, so there's obviously nothing wrong with that name. It just wasn't my name.
Right.
You know, and that was just like, to me, it's such a respect thing. I'm so much like a man when it comes to respect. Like, I'll die for it. Don't play with me, you know? And I'm like, I need my respect. Like, you heal me, you feel me, like, you know. And it's just, and I feel like with Daisy, when somebody gets my name right, like an Uber driver or like Uber Eats guy, and he was a Hispanic dude, it was so funny. He was like, Celeste, and I was like,
oh yes,
what? I said,
important. Like, oh, I won today. I won today because you got my name right. People don't understand when you go through that your whole life. Somebody who always, I got to the point where I ain't care. Call me LaDacia. I don't even care. Because you get sick of having to correct people so much. Like, shit, you know. Ronnie, same question, boo boo. What was school like being Sharon?
It was the same. It was always Sharon. And you know, when they get to the name, you just have to, you know, raise your hand and correct them. And I remember one time in the 4th grade, we had just moved to Memphis. It was my music teacher. And he, I don't know, I think I woke up on the wrong side of the bed this day. I don't remember, but I had an attitude. It was me. So he was just saying, Sharon, he was checking out the roll. School had just started. I think I corrected him a few days. And I'm just like, I'm not doing it today. So he just, Sharon. So then, you know, at the end of the roll call, he like, is it anybody that I missed? So I'm like, me?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, what's your name? I'm like, Sharon McGee. And he got so mad. And he like, I called you. I was like, well, my name not Sharon. Like, that's not my name. And he got so mad.
Right.
And like, we went toe to toe. And you know, I always have to have the last word, as people say.
Are you an Aries?
I'm a Virgo.
She a Virgo.
I'm an Aries.
My son's a Virgo, but Aries are like that too. It's just how we are. It's how we are.
Yes.
So yeah, it's always correcting people, and just I'm not going by a shorter name. I know you said school, but it was this lady at work one time, and she was asking my name, and then we was at orientation. I don't know why people get to me my first few days of doing something, but
oh my God,
day at orientation, and then you know how everybody's just friendly. We introducing ourselves or whatever. So when she asked me, I'm like, Sharon. So like Sharon. So you know I do the back and forth all the time. So then she was like, oh well, I can just say, hey girl. I was like, no. You gonna say Sharon or Ronnie? Like, you not saying hey girl. You know, like, and I'm like, you know what? Let me chill. Because, you know, but I'm just still like, how disrespectful. No, it's Sharon. It's not that hard.
Right. It's not. It's really not. Your name is really easy. Even LaDacia, people, I just didn't understand it either. Like, my mom would get mad if I let somebody call me LaDacia when I was growing up. She was like, your name is LaDacia. And I'd be like, okay, it's not that serious. But in her mind, she's like, no, I gave you a powerful name for a reason. So you're going to have to say your name. You have to correct them each and every time they mess your name up. Because LaDacia, that is not the name. And how dare you let somebody call you something other than what, you know, I gave you. So shout out to LaQuisa. Hey girl, hey. With these names, she was a trip back in the day. Even my babies, I gave them names that meant something, but in my mind, I was like, I need them to be accepted in corporate America, because I used to work in HR. And if I seen a name that was like super difficult, man, you going to the back of the line. Like, I'm not even.
Stop.
I'm not lying. I am not lying.
It's true. I used to be HR. I know. It's true.
It's like, man, no. And I would profile you. I'm admitting it, that I would profile you before I even like called you to do the phone and be like, wait a minute. Used to work in McDonald's. You know, that was me. Because I was just like, I know people did this to me. I know they didn't pick me or I got looked over because my name was Daisy. So when I named my babies, my oldest daughter, I named her Kiana. My youngest daughter, I named her Gracie. Kiana has me. It means, it's Hawaiian and it means Princess of the Moon. And I'm glad I gave her the name because she a night owl.
Mm.
My youngest daughter, I named her Grayson. My mom actually named her, and it means saved by grace. But it's crazy because we went through so much shit with her. That was my hardest pregnancy. That was like I have a whole story. Y'all can go hear about it on Demanding the Better Me. That's my other podcast.
I know that's right.
Shameless plug.
Not shameless. Just
yes.
a plug.
You can go. Let me throw this in here right quick.
Just a plug. It's my stuff, just so you know.
It's my shit. Yes, that's my roots. That's where I got started with this podcast game, and then here we are, elevation, boo. But yeah, if y'all want to hear that story about Grayson, please go check it out at Demanding Better Me, and it's on all platforms if you're wondering. But anyways, so Sasha, when it came to your name, because first of all, let me just say this, that each woman on this panel is an entrepreneur. They have their own businesses outside of their regular day-to-day, being a mom, being a wife, having their 9-to-5s or whatever. Everybody got a hustle. So cousin, when you was out there in these streets, was you giving them to Christanisha or was you giving them Sasha?
Honestly, Sasha, because it's just so much easy. Because like y'all, I hate the back and forth. I love the Christanisha, but my attitude is 0 to 1,000, and I just hate correcting people. I hate going back and forth because I literally will look at you like it's simple. Look at it; it's not that hard. So, just to avoid all that, I just say Sasha. Sometimes I forget that Christanisha is my own name because I hate Sasha so much.
See, so I don't even feel bad that I didn't know that was your name. I don't feel no kind of way that I didn't know that was your name until we was damn near adults. But blame your daddy. Shit, this is his fault. Hey, Uncle Ray.
My name for him is
Shorty. He called her Shorty all the time too. So it was just like, are you Shorty or are you? Okay, Ronnie, being in corporate America, or not even corporate America, running your business. Are you Ronnie when you run your business? Even though I already know the answer to this question. Or like, who are you when you're running your business?
I'm Ronnie in the street, like, but with the business, I'm Sharon. Like, I'm the same person because even when I was in corporate America, I went by Ronnie, so like it's the same person, but I got to tone down to Ronnie. I got to be Sharon when it's business. All this makeup and all this with Ronnie, like, all of this, but the paperwork, I got to.
Facts. You should run with the paper. Sharon get the checks. Ronnie is running her mouth. Got it. Celeste is an educator, but she also got a business that she's coming out with. And I'll be so glad when she announced it. Because you sitting on your hands, I'm sitting on mine too. Like, I know this girl, but I can't say nothing because she ain't did it. She ain't announced it yet. It's coming. It's coming.
I have so many announcements coming up, and so all will make sense, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, Celeste!" But what name? I mean, being an educator and being what I did, because I did hair, and now starting my own business with things that I do with my hands. I feel like in my case, because I'm more of an artist, when it comes Celeste almost benefits me. Because it's like, ooh, Celeste, what is that? Who, it's going to cause a certain allure. Because to hear that name, you don't know what, Celeste Renee Cross. And so when I'm on the phone, you might get a code switch and get, hello, how are you today? Yes, this is Celeste. Yes, I can do. Yes, I absolutely. Oh, I can make sure that it's like a complete code switch. And it's like, it's almost like you playing a game, but you're playing a game. Until you get there, and it's like, so I know how to flip it. But in my case, because of the business I am coming out with, I feel like my name is really going to benefit me, and it's something that I did with my children because they have choices. Like I feel like with what Dacia said with naming her children what she named her, my kids have choices. So my oldest is Josiah Josue, so my ex-husband's Mexican and Costa Rican, but that's Josiah Joshua. So he can go by Jess, he can go by Joshua, He
Yep.
can go by, he has choices here. And then there's Coltrane Alexander Cross, who is, he can go by Cole, he can go by Alexander. Like,
Right.
it's like, baby, you got to have options in this
Right.
world. So even to Christinisha, when she was like, I'm going by Sasha, or, I'm going by Ronnie, it's like, there are options. At least
Right.
you'll have options with your name. I'm Celise. There's no.
But I was like, as an adult, there's a silent sexiness to Celise. So it's like, what's gonna happen? It's a surprise.
Yes,
we don't know what we're about to get.
It's the quiet storm. You just
It
never
is.
like the
It
fact
literally
that is my
is.
name is so dope to
Go
me.
with your
And when
heart
I,
and everything.
It
Girl,
does.
it
Yep.
just does with my whole vibe of who I am, and I love
does.
that because I can play it cool, but like storms can be beautiful or deadly. It's
Facts.
really
You
it
better
just
say
depends
that.
on which one of me you gonna get, and it really
That's
depends
funny.
on how you come at me. So
That's
like
funny you
show,
said
be
that.
respectful to Mother Nature. Be respectful.
Right.
I can be your sweet dream or your beautiful nightmare.
Beautiful
Shout out to
Nightmare. It's
Beyonce.
complete-
Yes.
I
Yes.
listened to that song
Yes.
the other
Shout out.
day.
That's my jam. Okay. That's my jam. I asked y'all that question because I had a little issue with my name and my brand a little while ago with a dude because he would be tripping, but he'd ask me, who am I dealing with? Am I dealing with Daisy J or am I dealing with LaDacia? Because in his mind, Daisy J is a savage and she, she don't care about hurting feelings and she out here in these streets. But LaDacia is like this church mouse and she chilling and I was like, they the same person, sir. You get what you gonna get. If you, they're the same person. It's just a personality. Honestly, Daisy J came about because when I first started podcasting, I didn't want nobody to like be able to look me up. I wanted to be able to speak freely, say what I got to say, but I'm not gonna lie. One of my really good friends, Portia P, hey boo, she was like, man, the block button is real. Block them mother. If they coming at you sideways or whatever, because just like celebrities, or not even celebrities, rappers, they give you their rap name. You don't really know who these people are if they said their real name to you. You know them by their rap name. So that's what I was on. Like, yes, like, oh, I'm Daisy J. But my whole thing to him was like the feelings are the same. Like, I feel what Daisy J feel. I go through what Daisy J got a period. LaDacia do too. Like, like everything that Daisy J go through in this dating world or married, whatever, LaDacia goes through it too. Even in the club though, I have to tell y'all real quick. I went out last Friday with some people and I met this dude and he asked me what my name was. Guess what I told him?
Daisy J.
And I ain't never did that, okay? I ain't never did that. I've never introduced myself as Daisy J. So I laughed. Like, I was like, I can't believe I just told this motherfucker my name, Daisy J. And that's what he put in his phone. He was like, Daisy J. I was like, and I'm going to be Daisy J to him, okay? Because we don't know where this is going. You'll build up. But I got that shit from my mama. she do that shit too. She going to give you a false name. She trying to get to know you. And then once she know you, somebody be like, oh, LaQuisa, oh, that's my name. That's my real name. I gave you that name because I didn't know how far this situation was gonna go.
I played my own twin one day. I played my own twin one day.
Shut. We gotta hear
Absolutely.
this. What?
I did because Celise obviously isn't the name you hear all the time. And I told the guy when I met, I was like, oh, my name is Renee, blah, 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 blah. And I think I had on like green contacts at that point. And like, I was really into lace fronts. So the hair could be different the next time he saw me. And, I really wasn't vibing. And so the next time I saw him, I didn't have the contacts in. I didn't have the blonde hair anymore. I had like a different hairstyle. And he was like, Renee. And I like did not even like, he was like, Renee. And like, at this point, he's like, right here. And I'm just like, yeah, girl, Renee. And I look and I'm like, are you talking about like, and he was like, yeah. I was like, oh no, yo, I'm not Renee. I'm Celise. And he was like, no. I was like, no, really? Like, I like, what, like the bartender, like, knew me. I was like, what's my name? He was like, Celise. I was like, I'm Celise. I was like, dude, that's so funny. And I said, I remember telling him, I should have looked it up. Like, Renee's my sister. I said, and I know she's like the green eyes, really pretty light hair. And he was like, yeah. I was like, ooh, she's a jerk.
No, ma'am. No, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, sir.
No. That girl is
no. And then you
She
down
call you back.
talking too.
Yes,
Like you
my
down
sister.
talking too.
I was like,
sister,
she call
bitch,
you
man, she
back.
ain't call
Yeah,
you back.
she's
Man,
bad
she
about
do
that.
that.
What's your name? I'm gonna talk
Oh
to
my
her. I'm
God.
gonna put in a good word for you because I like you. And I was thinking,
What the heck?
Manner.
How do
It was
you?
a simpler time. It was a simpler time. I was in my 20s.
Oh my God.
Everything was a blur. It was a different life. I thank God I'm a different person now.
That is
I'm
hilarious.
married,
First of all,
saved woman now. It's different.
right.
It's a different
You
life.
married
But
off.
yeah.
You ain't got these
Yes.
problems. I got these problems. From
Girl.
now on, when I'm dating, I'm Daisy J. From now on, okay?
They gotta work their
look,
way up to the real name. You gotta work your way up
hello,
to my real name.
I'm like,
That's how I feel.
Google me.
Like,
Google
ooh,
me.
like the mummy. You
Yes.
can't just touch me. This is gold paint. You can't just. What you think this is? Like he gonna find out you touch
Exactly.
me.
Exactly. I want to say
My name is
too.
Daisy.
Okay, with your name, how, like, honestly, like, real talk, when you did you ever want to like change your name, like when you were younger and you would hear your name, or like when you were in school and stuff and people say your name, you'd be like, dang, why my mama named me this? Because I know I went through that a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to be LaDacy. LaDacy is ghetto. That La names are so ghetto. That's how, like, in my mind, I was like, I do not want to be La nothing, LaKeisha, La. I just went through that, like, it was a whole, like, identity thing. Like, for a long time, I wanted people to call me Danny. I don't even know where I got that from. But, yes, I wanted to be Danny J. I wanted to be Danny J. I did not like my name until I was an adult. Like, it was a lot of stuff I didn't like until I was an adult, but that was a big deal. Like, I did not like my name. I was just like, this is so ghetto. So I want to know, did anybody else on the panel kind of go through the same thing? Like, damn, I don't like my name.
Yeah, I did. Crazily, I wanted to be Betty. I don't know why.
Okay, ugly Betty.
Yeah,
Girl.
Betty.
Betty.
I said I want to be
I feel
Betty.
like you could have had more creativity than Betty. I feel like I have more
Come on.
confidence in you than Betty.
I don't know why. I was a kid.
You were like I
You
want the
way too young to
most
try to
common.
be Betty.
I was
Betty?
a kid, and I told my mom, why didn't she name me Betty? And
She's
when
a
I
full
got older-
Betty.
When I
She's
got
a
older,
beauty.
she told me that story. I was like, that's so stupid. Like, I
Betty.
don't even look like a Betty. I couldn't be no Betty.
You couldn't pass for a Betty. Yeah, you couldn't even pass for an Ashley. You Sasha. What the fuck? Betty. Okay, Betty. I'm going to start calling your ass that from now on.
That's funny.
Betty. What? What the heck?
That's
Where do you
interesting.
get Betty?
I don't
First of
know.
all, Betty is super old. Betty like in her 90s right now. Like, I
For
don't even
real.
know no Betty
Betty,
my
like-
age.
Right.
That's why I said you way too young to want to be a Betty.
Yes.
I don't know. Something's going. I think I might have drunk something, slipped somebody drink or something. I don't know.
I wanna be
just
Betty.
She always been different. First
Well,
of all,
you know
she
what?
always
No, it's
been
because
different.
I like Betty Boop. When I was younger, I liked Betty Boop.
Oh, that makes
Yeah, I can
sense.
see
Now
that.
that makes sense. You like, okay, I'll let you pass. Because I was going to say, after this panel is over, I'm calling your ass. What, Betty?
That's funny, Betty.
You want to be
That's
Betty.
hilarious.
Anybody else want to change their name? Like, or were you
I
like,
wanted to change it until my mom told me that story. And then because I just felt like I know this is crazy as it sounds, but as a little kid, I didn't like that I didn't have a shortened version of my name. Like I like my sisters could shorten their names, and I thought that was cool. That it's like
she
she's
could have been
Cheryl,
Lisa?
she's
Lise?
Jackie. Ew, there's no A in my
Lise?
name. My dad
Lise?
is the only person that's allowed to call me Lise. Like when people call me
Oh,
Lise, I'm
okay.
like, do not call me that. Like no one calls me that but my father. So I'm like, I just made me mad. That made me mad for some reason in my 6-year-old brain. I didn't like, she can
No,
go
my
by
daddy.
Joey.
Yeah.
She can go by Cheryl. She can go by Jackie. And then there's Celise, Mom. It's just Celise. What's important about Celise? Like I had that whole middle like child like syndrome. It's like there's nothing special about me. You know.
You just explained everything. You just middle kids like
girl,
Lord,
it
bless
just my
them.
sister is the oldest. So, you know, the oldest girl is always like the Jackie was the athlete. Like really tall, over 6 feet tall, the athlete, all this stuff. Chosette, she was the baby, and then there was me. I was like, what the heck am I going to do? Like, what's special about me today? Okay, Jesus.
Like, you know, I'm going to say though, with Kiana, my oldest daughter, I didn't want nobody to call her Kiki. Because I was like, it was this girl at my church, and I didn't like her, and I thought she was so ghetto, and I was like, y'all call my daughter Kiki, I'm going to cuss you out. And I called her
like
Kiki.
Ronnie's mama. Like Ronnie's mom was mad. That got me
caught. Talking about my mama.
That got me caught up. I had to cough. I was like, let me get off. I had to get right for a minute after she said that. That told me so bad.
Yep.
My mama didn't like this woman.
But I'm like that, though. Like, for real. I was like, don't call my baby that. But now I call her Kiki. Like, but I feel like when she was little, we used to call her Nunny, and we kind of still do. And I don't even know where we got that from. But me, her dad, and my sister Tika, we all call her Nunny. Like, I don't know why we call her that, but for a long time she was Nunny. But now that she's a teenager, I call her Kiki. My cousin, and they're like, what Kiki doing? Where Kiki at? You know? And I don't cringe, but I used to cringe when people be like, oh, look at Kiki. I'd be like, oh, Kiki, you know, that is so ghetto. Like,
that's funny.
But now I'm the one like, oh, you know, call it Kiki. That's Kiki. Right. Horrible.
That's my baby Kiki. Can you go get
that's
that?
That's my baby Kiki. Exactly. And then when that song, when Drake came out, I was all in her face, and she'd be like, get out of my face. Like, get out of my face. You know, like, Mom, really? But that's my bestie. That's my bro. So, Brody, did you want to change your name?
I never wanted to change my name. I thought about wanting to change the spelling of it, like just to make it kind of, more simple for people. But I wanted to spell SHARRON. So I always wanted to spell it CHERRON. Yeah, so I always wanted the spelling to be different, but I never really wanted to change the name.
I'm gonna tell y'all, it was rough out in these streets, walking around being LaDacia K-Trail, Quincy Jones. People would make fun of us.
That's a serious name. Now that
big ass name. And in Oklahoma, they put all that shit on your license. So on my license, it said LaDacia K-Trail, Quincy Jones.
No, ma'am.
And I was like, we gotta walk around with this, like, because out here they just put one middle name, and I don't know why. And people didn't believe me that this is not on your birth certificate. Yes, it is. My cousin.
What does that
there.
mean? That's insane. Like, who's just gonna say like that's my name? Like, what are you talking about right now?
First of all, why do I want to walk around with this big ass name? Right. First of all, first of all, like now as an adult, I respect, my mom going through the process of picking my name, but back then it was just like who would really want to walk around with this big ass name just to say I have a big ass name?
Calm down.
Like, what the fuck? What world? In what world? Even my nickname, I didn't like Daisy for a long time either. My uncle, he would call my Uncle Mike, Daisy Wacy. I would hate that shit. I'd be like, don't call me. I hate that shit. Like, and then even growing up, like in high school, I went to high school, all my cousins, we all went to the same high school.
That's beautiful.
So they'd be like, Daisy. And then they'd be like, who's Daisy? Daisy. I thought your name was LaDacia. And it'd be like, bitch. Right.
Mind your business, bitch.
So then everybody
business that pays you.
Exactly. Sasha said, mind your business. Exactly.
Oh man, that's crazy because in school, like with my cousins, so my nickname, it was always Ronnie, but my family and friends and stuff, it was Ronnie Boo. So like my cousins and stuff, they're like, what Ronnie Boo, this and this and that. And I'm like, don't be calling me that. Like I was always Sharon. Now it's like you can't get my real name out of me unless you know me.
Right.
So
and that's how I introduced.
Please don't call me by my government name. What's wrong with you?
No, you know what? I'm like that now.
I do that when people say the Christian nation. I'm like, what? I don't know.
Who is that? Who is that?
Be like this. Parking lot right now. Like I
need to talk to you for a second. No,
right. Because it's like, even like now, like you say, even like work people, like friends that literally my real friends that have made it to my Facebook that I work with currently or used to work with, they call me Daisy. And I'm like, okay, I could do this. But for a minute, I was like, don't call me that. That's for family only, because I didn't like it. And even a dude, if I was dating a dude, he tried to call me Daisy, who are you talking to? No, you don't get to call me that.
There's a comfort level that comes with it, that people, you feel like when you have, to me, like I said, y'all have really big names, like out the rip. Like there's no like, stop. Let's not even play this game. Like let's not even play it. But it's like, yeah, we can't act like it's not. So there's a certain level of like intimacy that comes with it for you to be able to call me something that you call me, and you have to get to that point. It's all tied into respect, and people have got to start putting more merit on their names and the names that they name their children and things like that, because sometimes what you name that kid, like they become it. You know what I'm saying? Like Josiah is Jesus the Messiah, renowned fighter. It fits. Like if you knew my son, you would know how much it fits. Coltrane is Coltrane. John Coltrane. My baby can play a bass and a drum and make you be like, really? Is that you in there playing? Yeah, that's him. That was Coltrane this whole time. Your kids will really, really become that. And it just, it's so much deeper than, like she said, like the job situation or, and just being Black people. It's just, our names are tied so deep for us. And it's just when you come across, because like I said, the issue that I had usually is with other Black people about my name. And I couldn't, like, for me, I couldn't fathom that. And it was like, it was because it was different, you know, for other Black kids.
And we had a problem with.
I'm telling y'all, like, they were Black. And it blew my mind that they were upset that I was upset that I checked a person about my name. It's like, it's my name. Are you kidding me? And she got it wrong more than once. And I'm more than happy she can run that and we can holler and we can talk about it anytime you get ready. Because I said it to your face, so I have no problem talking about it now. But it's like, it's not like when you mess up my name, I'll give you the opportunity, I'll correct you. But if you're habitually your line stepper, you're habitual line stepper at this point. And now I gotta check it and be like, hey, don't do that. And it's just like I said, it always shocked me when other Black people gave me stuff about my name, because I always felt like we're the same. Like you're getting crap about your name for a different reason than I'm getting crap about my name. But we both Black, sis. Like how is it?
It should be some type of
camaraderie.
Like,
you
should feel where I'm coming from about my name.
Felt that as a Black person. Like we should, if we could just get together and get our stuff together, like the way we could just take over things would be amazing. And I'm not saying like just conquer the things within our own communities. Small things. And like just to be able to do things, but it's a certain sense of camaraderie that comes with it. Yeah. We starting. It makes you so sad of what has to happen to get to that point.
Yeah.
You know what
I was saying? Like, we can laugh about it now. We can definitely laugh about it now. Go ahead, boo.
I have a story about that Fuchsia. She was supposed to be on this show tonight. So.
Yes, Fuchsia.
We were supposed to do it together, but I guess I do it on. Well, I have to do it on my own. But
please do.
So Fuchsia, she started working with me, and me and my friend Adonis, we was just sitting there, and we was like, okay, it's some new people, and then we trying to figure out her name, and then we like, what the hell? And I'm like, how do you say this? Is it Portia? And then she walked up on me talking about her name. So then I said, is it Portia? And then she was like, no, please tell me where you see an R. Do you see an R anywhere? And then I'm like, yeah, it ain't no R here. So I'm like, how you say it again? And she's like, it's Fuchsia. So I'm like, you know what? My bad.
Is it spelled like fuchsia?
It's a PH.
It's spelled PHUSIA.
Oh,
and I want to say too,
I'm like, no R.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes.
I never heard that spelling.
That's funny story too. Because I'm big on, hey Siri, let me make sure I don't say it. See, it just pulled up. Okay. So I can't say it close to my phone, but I use Hey Siri a lot, like when I'm in a car or walking around the house. I'm like, hey Siri, call such, 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 such. And so when I was getting ready to do this stuff, I was like, hey Siri, call Fuchsia. And it called her. And so I was like, see, Siri is conscious.
Wow.
Siri knew who I was trying to get in touch with. And I told her, I was like, girl, we done came a long way if Suri knew that I was talking about you, to pull up and call you. But yeah, her name is a PH, and Fuchsia, we want to say if you're watching it or if you ever tune in, and we love you, we praying for you and everything. We hope you pull through. She'll definitely be on the panel because this is not it. That's why I want to tell y'all too. This ain't the end of the panel. This is going to be a once a month thing that we're putting together. Bear with me because Daisy J got her hand in hat in every damn thing. But I will say that this show would not be possible if it wasn't for the incident that happened with Celeste and Ronnie being on my ass about elevating my brand and moving to new shit. Shout out to my cousin for coming on. I'm just giving y'all love right now because that's what I do. But this was like in conversation, like I really wanted to I've been wanting to do a female panel forever or whatever, just to talk and be kind of like The View, and I always wanted to be a producer. So here we are. So y'all will definitely get to meet Fuchsia. She done signed on with me. She said, I got you. I said, girl, you gonna be on. We gonna figure this out. And she, Nene too. My bookie Nene, the thing, internet, all that crap wasn't working out too good. But it's okay. Right. Yeah. So I got her. If we got to sit down in the same room together, we going to get it all together. Because this is what I want to do moving forward. Like I said, I'm all about us changing, the narrative on things, especially with my two little conscious boos down here. They be on it. They be on like, friend, we got to fix that.
That's not going to work for me.
It's not going to work.
I don't like that.
That's Ronnie to the T. She was like, "No, we gonna have to talk about it." And I'm like, "We're gonna talk about it, but we need to figure out how we gonna, talk about it." So to have everybody,
it's not to bash anybody.
It's never to bash.
It's only to start the
conversation. It's a learning experience. It's a learning experience.
Yeah, it's never coming from a bitter place in my heart.
No,
like I don't. For me, I don't take things personally.
That I feel like we need to have as a community.
Yep. We have to be able to correct each other and nobody get their feelings hurt.
Absolutely.
And its delivery is everything too. That's why I was like, we can laugh about it now, because I even made Celeste a video. Remember that TikTok I made you?
Yes.
We can laugh about it because it's like, okay, we've been going through this our whole life. Me, I was like, I take stuff a little bit different. Because, like I said, I used to work in HR. This is something I've dealt with now. Like I said, again, shout out to my job. I don't have to deal with that type of shit now, And of course, with my brand, I'm Daisy J. So it's nothing that I run into. But running into it, I was like, what the hell is happening? Because it made me feel like that little girl again. Like being in school, the teacher would get to my name and be like, LaDastia? Like, who the is that? When clearly I've said, girl, I think I marked absent a bunch of times in elementary.
Where I just sat there and just be like, they're not saying my
name. They ain't talking to me.
You know what? And it's so funny. This is so my ex-husband. I will never forget. He told me this. When I met him, he went by Josh, but his name is Marco Josue Ruiz. So he said, Celeste, I'll never forget. It's like, I'm at SMU. I'm a freshman. It's my first time there. And the professor looks at his name and says, Marco, just sweet. And he looked at him and said, my name is Marco Josue Ruiz, but you can call me Josh. And the professor looked at him and said, I don't give a F what your name is. I don't care. And I just remember being like, what did you, how did you recoup after that?
I'm getting up and
I couldn't
leaving.
even have, and he checked him and he took care of the situation, but I was like, I couldn't even have to recoup after that. When people would get my name wrong, I remember literally sitting there and they'd be like, why did you wait like, it's just like, cause you didn't say my name. You didn't say my name. I said Celeste. That's not my name. And I remember I worked a little part-time job at Ross one time, and I told them they could call me Renee, and they kept calling. They're like Celeste, and they would be like, "Come to the register, girl," and I'd be sitting back there like, "Oh, I wonder who they talking to."
Knowing that they They butchering my name
Celeste?
right now.
Did
But
Celeste start?
Celeste.
Celeste, did you not? And I'm still not. Celeste, did you hear us calling you? Celeste
I'm big on
Renee. I
it.
was like, what? What? We were
I'm
calling. I
big on
said,
it.
my name is not Celeste. I've told you several times. You may call me Renee, or my
Right.
name is Celeste. That's just what
Right.
it is. That's it.
Right.
That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
That's crazy. It's funny to me though. But to be like 34 years old, still having to correct people, it's annoying. But what I can say though, like I said, there's some change happening. I can see that because even in my job, in my company, we used to have these meetings once a month that we would have to go to and gather everybody and all this stuff. And I remember this supervisor I had. The lady was going down on who all was there, and she gets to my name and she butchered my name, and I didn't even say nothing. But before I could really just he was like, "It's LaDacia." Boom. okay, white man. You know what I'm saying? I felt good. Like, thank you, white man.
It was somebody who was not of your race. Like I said, my coach said that. I just looked at him and I was like, oh my God, thank you. Like,
it feels good
that you take the time to get to know who I am and want to say my name correctly and understand the importance of saying my name correctly. There's a beauty and respect to that. I agree. I agree.
And you were so right about that, about how it's us that have an issue with our name, because anytime a white person sees or says my name, they always say, "Oh my God, that's so beautiful," and I'm like,
"That's so unique. I never heard that before."
Yep.
I like that. Like, I got that all the time.
All the time. I got that today, actually, before I even got on to here. He was like, "Spell it again. Can you spell it? Oh my God, I just love that." I'm like, girl,
it was always a certain type of black girl too. It was always a certain ones. It wasn't all of them. It was like Celeste. What kind of name is that? And I'm like, what kind of name is asterisk? I went to school with a girl named Asterisk. I'm like, but no, your name is a particle of like you put it in an asterisk. Like, your mama does not even care enough to take the time to name you something decent. It's just this little symbol.
Your name is just a punctuation.
Yeah,
that's the one that I hate the most is they look at it and say, "Oh, it must have been hard for you to learn how to spell your name, bitch."
Oh,
I'm an idiot.
It wasn't.
Ooh, that was big for me. That was a big one for me. Like, what you mean it was hard? I know how to spell LADACIA.
What are you trying to say? I don't understand. What do you mean? I mean, that just must have been very difficult, huh?
Yeah, actually, it wasn't.
No, Keisha, it wasn't.
It must have took you a long time. I'm like, it really didn't. It didn't.
Or Ashley. No, Ashley.
Just because your mom has no imagination whatsoever. Why are you so angry at me that my mommy has an imagination? You got to take that up with God and your mother. You can't take that up with me. My mama took time with our names. That's
my mama swear.
Hello, that's between you and whatever God you serve. They ain't got nothing to do with me. You
I love it. I so love
put it somewhere else. They can put it over there.
I love it.
Put it over there.
Mama. That was like me last week. Blame your mama, okay?
Your mama.
Don't be mad at me.
Don't play with me. Play with your mama. Do not play with me. I'm just really.
Period.
Don't let this name and this grammar fool you.
And don't be intimidated by it. Don't be intimidated by it. Everybody on this panel is sweet as pie, but don't try them, okay?
No.
Period. I want to say before we get out of here and wrap everything up, that everybody, like I said, on the panel has a business. So ladies, I want y'all to go around, give your business shout outs, let them know your handles on social media if you want them to follow you or not. We'll start with my cousin, Sasha.
Hey y'all, so I do hair.
Yes, girl.
My page is under construction, but it is Interlace with Sasha Ray. So yes, that's me. That's what I do.
Beautiful.
She did my hair.
And it's gorgeous. Go ahead, Ronnie. I ain't got nothing to share yet. I don't. It's coming. That's all. I can't even say the name. It just makes me so angry because the name
really
is so cute. But I can't.
I was all like, I know somebody that do that, but I can't tag her on it. Dang it.
Okay. Ronnie, go ahead, boo boo. It's on you. What
Ronnie.
you want to do? I love how it's just frozen in this perfect beauty shot.
I know.
It's a beauty shot.
Ronnie.
It keeps freezing.
Pretty for no reason.
So
It's
Very
okay,
annoying.
friend.
on Ronnie's romance. Can y'all hear me?
We
I
can't
can hear you now.
There you go.
Go.
You hear me? Okay, so on
Yes.
Ronnie's romance, I have I make candles, aphrodisiac candles, massage candles, lingerie, sex
Love it.
toys, all of it. So y'all hit me up. Y'all want to see my little.
Ronnie's romance. She having some connection issues, but y'all can go to her website. It's www.ronnie/romance.com.
Daisy,
where you can get.
You better plug.
You can use my promo code DaissyJ to get, I think, 10% off your purchase. So go to www.ronniesromance.com. She has candles, sex toys, and lingerie available. And you can see me, Daisy J, featured on her website as well, honey. So y'all know what it is. I'm your girl, Daisy J. Tomorrow, y'all can catch me on the 5 Session Podcast. We back for season 2, big baby. And what's crazy is it's like our 1-year anniversary almost.
Oh wow!
With me and Big Ken. Yes, we've been doing some good things. Yes, okay. So Ken said, get that rose. Hold up, y'all. Let me put it up here. Ken said, go to Ronnie website and get that rose. But y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in today. It was my first time producing. I think I did an okay job.
I think you did a great job. Not okay.
Thank you, friend.
Better
Thank
than
you so
okay.
much, y'all. We're going to bring this back. We got some more stuff we want to talk about. This was just getting our feet wet. I want to say big shout out, like I said, to, first of all, to Ronnie for being on my ass the past 2 months so I could get this shit up and running. Shout out to Celeste, because when we light bulb, we be light bulb and like, hold up, friend. Let me write that shit down. Okay. And then my cousin for keeping me beautiful as always. That's my baby. Like, I love her to death. Sasha, we do have other people, like I said, that we'll be bringing on. Ken said we did an awesome job, y'all. Pat stuff on the back. All right. We're going to get up out of here, though. Like I said, y'all can go like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms. The Daisy J Show. You can continue to follow the female panel. We might have to start our own page, friend, where y'all can come visit and talk to us. So we're going to get that cooking in the kitchen. But again, this is actually my last episode. So we're actually going to turn this into an audio. And this will be my last episode of the Daisy J Show, my first season, season 1. We closing it out with this. This is a big deal because this is Women's History Month. And I wanted, all the things that we were doing as far as I had Ronnie on. I had my friend Carmen. I had my friend Lindsay. So I want to close it out with women, which are women that mean a lot to me. Again, Fuchsia, we praying for you. We love you. We hope everything, gets better. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And like I said, continue to support, like, share, and subscribe. See y'all tomorrow on the 5 Session Podcast. As always, it's your girl, Daisy J. Thank you for listening to the Daisy J Show. Over and out.